The real challenge for a modern solo entrepreneur isn't a lack of drive.
No, not at all.
It's a lack of leverage. So our mission in this deep dive is to give you the exact blueprint for building that leverage, for becoming a true one-person powerhouse.
Okay, let's unpack this. If you are a solo founder, you know the drill. You are wearing 5 hats, sometimes all at once.
And they are heavy.
So heavy.
Yeah.
You're the CEO, you're the lead salesperson, customer service.
Marketing, operations, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And the old playbook, it just demanded an 80-hour work week to keep all those hats from crashing down.
And we all know that just leads to burnout, not scale. The real challenge for a modern solo entrepreneur isn't, a lack of drive.
No, not at all.
It's a lack of leverage. So our mission in this deep dive is to give you the exact blueprint for building that leverage, for becoming a true one-person powerhouse.
Exactly. The secret isn't hiring 3 full-time employees, it's building the right AI productivity stack.
A custom set of tools.
Yeah, a combination of advanced tools that automate every single repetitive, process-driven task. We've pulled together a fantastic stack of sources here, laying out 10 essential AI tools.
And we've categorized them by function, right? So customer service, sales, operations, and marketing.
That's right.
What's really fascinating here is that this isn't just about saving a few minutes. It's about fundamentally changing your role.
You move out of the firefighting role.
And into the visionary role. So let's start where most solo founders lose precious hours, which is, defending the boundary customer service.
Right. If you feel completely tethered to your inbox because of all those routine questions.
Order status, product questions.
Yeah, all that stuff that just consumes your mornings. This is the first place you inject automation. So we're starting with Tidio AI.
Think of this as hiring a hyper-efficient, highly trained customer service agent.
One that works 24/7, never takes a holiday, and costs, a fraction of a salary?
A tiny fraction. And the sources focus specifically on Tidio's Miro AI agent. This isn't just a simple chatbot. It's trained on your existing knowledge base.
So it actually knows your business.
Exactly. And the metrics are, frankly, a revelation. Miro eliminates up to 90% of repetitive support questions.
90%. So you are immediately just erasing 9 out of every 10 of those simple, frustrating support tickets from your day.
That time saving is transformative.
But I know what you're thinking. You're worried about quality, right? Is a bot going to alienate my customers?
That's the critical question, and it's why the sources highlight Tidio's performance. The Miro AI agent gets a 67% resolution rate.
67%.
Which is cited as the highest in the industry. It solves the issue before a human ever has to get involved.
So that's how you confidently handle all those inquiries, product questions, order status while you're asleep or, focused on growth.
Right. The back-end chaos is handled.
But automation isn't just defense. It has to be offense, too. So we need to move from reacting to support tickets to proactively driving revenue. Which brings us to Brevo.
Right. Brevo is key because, email marketing is still a powerhouse, but it often falls off the solo founder's radar.
Content fatigue. You just get tired of writing emails.
Exactly. Brevo is an all-in-one platform. It integrates email, SMS, chat, and most importantly, smart automation.
So it helps you set up those really smart workflows to nurture leads. Say a user downloads a guide but doesn't sign up.
Brevo can automatically send a 3-step follow-up sequence over the next week.
And the founder doesn't have to lift a finger.
And that automation is why we care. The sources confirm email marketing still delivers an incredible ROI. Brevo is specifically cited to deliver up to a 40 times ROI.
40 times for every dollar spent.
For every dollar. Plus, the integrated AI writes high-performing emails, subject lines, calls to action. It eliminates that whole process of staring at a blank screen trying to be a copywriter.
Okay, so now we've secured retention with great service, proactive email. Let's tackle the biggest time sink for anyone wearing the sales hat. Prospecting and just finding accurate contact info. It's endless hours of digging for a valid email, only to have it bounce.
That agony is precisely what a tool like Lusha eliminates. It's an essential research shortcut.
And we're not talking about some simple list here.
No, we're talking about access to over 280 million verified contacts with direct dials and validated emails.
Okay, 280 million sounds. Huge. It can be overwhelming. How does Lusha help you stay efficient and not just drown in all that data?
The browser extension is the key. It integrates right into places like LinkedIn. The efficiency comes from confidence in the data.
Okay.
You save, on average, 15 to 20 minutes per prospect. The moment you find a target, you instantly get the verified contact info.
So no more researching and validating.
You move straight to outreach, and you're supported by 98% email deliverability and really high phone accuracy.
So Lusha is the high-quality fuel for the sales engine. If that's the fuel, then Apollo AI is what? The sophisticated pipeline infrastructure.
Precisely. Apollo takes that data and combines it with AI-powered prospecting. It has its own huge database, over 210 million contacts, but its real value is in the automation sequences.
So the AI is doing the work.
The AI identifies ideal customers, it crafts personalized outreach, and it runs the entire email sequence in the background.
That's the key. So you, the solo founder, you transition from that tedious work of manual lead gen to just managing the pipeline.
You only interact with leads that have already engaged.
So you're only focusing on the highest leverage activity, which is closing.
And to round out this revenue engine, we have to talk about Reply.io. This basically acts as your dedicated AI sales development representative.
Okay, so for you, the listener, who might be juggling 5 roles and doesn't live in the SaaS world, what exactly is an SDR? And why is an AI one better than just hiring someone part-time?
Right. An SDR, a sales development representative, their only job is cold outreach. Finding prospects, sending the first messages, qualifying them.
And then they pass the warm lead to the closer.
Exactly. For a solo founder, that's a massive time sink and a very expensive first hire. Reply.io just replaces that function. It runs multi-channel sales sequences, email, LinkedIn, SMS autonomously.
The mechanism is brilliant then, because Reply.io becomes your tireless gatekeeper.
It handles the entire cold phase, all the follow-ups.
And you only jump in when a prospect has shown real intent. You get to skip that whole demoralizing cold phase and deal only with qualified, interested people.
So if the first 2 segments were about external efficiency customers and sales, this next part is about conquering internal chaos.
Yes, the command center. Being the CEO of everything requires organization that doesn't just overwhelm you. And we start with the foundation, Capsule CRM.
As a solo founder, you absolutely do not need the complexity, the feature bloat of some enterprise system.
Oh, God, no.
Capsule CRM is powerful because it's simple. It combines contact management, a visual sales pipeline, and project management in one really intuitive platform.
And it keeps all your customer communications organized in one place without needing a full-time admin to run it.
Exactly.
Okay, so moving from organization to actual delegation, we need to talk about Lindy. I want you to position this for the listener. Lindy is like the virtual personal assistant for all that dull administrative clutter.
Lindy is your fully trained digital intern. It's not just a scheduler. It's an AI employee that manages tasks, organizes emails, summarizes documents.
It even schedules meetings based on complex rules you set.
It does. You basically teach it the processes you would normally delegate, and it just executes.
That sounds great in theory, but where do we see the real-world impact?
The autonomy is what matters. There's a compelling case study of a company, Troomed, that's now handling 36% of all support tickets using Lindy's agent.
36%. Autonomously.
Autonomously. That is a massive operational gain. It's like getting 3 months of work done for free just by teaching the AI.
That is fantastic leverage. But we need to move beyond simple assistance to those complex multi-step tasks. This is where this idea of an agentic workflow comes in.
And that brings us to flowwith.io.
This feels like a big jump in complexity.
It is a significant jump, and we need to be clear about that. Flowwith.io is designed to automate those multi-step, multi-tool repetitive tasks.
It's an agentic workspace.
Oh.
Can you give us the simple definition of that? What is an agentic workspace and who is Agent Neo?
Okay, think of Agent Neo and Flowwith.io as a sophisticated foreman on a construction site. You give the foreman a blueprint.
A set of instructions.
Right. Every time a client signs a contract, I need you to check their data in the CRM, generate a welcome document, notify finance in Slack, and schedule their onboarding call.
And Agent Neo just follows that blueprint.
Exactly. It handles all the complex multi-step execution on its own through a visual, no-code workflow builder.
That sounds like some serious engineering work, though. What's the trade-off?
The trade-off is the initial setup time. While Flowwith can save hundreds of hours down the road, our sources are clear. This is not a plug-and-play tool.
So you, the founder, have to invest focused, strategic time up front to map out and teach the AI those complex workflows.
It's an investment of time, not just money. A necessary caveat.
Okay, that's a really important distinction. Let's wrap up the stack with the final 2 hats. strategic planning and marketing production.
Right.
For strategy, even if you are working alone, you need a tool like Miro.
Absolutely. Miro provides an innovation workspace, basically an infinite canvas for visual thinking. When you're the only one making decisions, you need a way to organize complex thoughts.
To map out marketing funnels or product roadmaps clearly.
And the impact of that clarity is measurable. The sources note that using Miro for strategy leads to, well, high acceleration.
Something like 3.6 times faster time to market.
And 50% shorter planning processes. You just think faster and better because you can see your strategy.
It's all laid out in front of you.
And finally, let's solve the marketing production problem with AdCreative.
This is a big one. Solo founders, often lack the budget for a designer or the skills to create high-converting ads.
AdCreative uses AI to instantly generate professional, high-converting ad creatives, and it does it based on your existing brand identity.
So for that marketing hat you're wearing, AdCreative basically makes you a professional designer in 5 seconds.
And it ensures your output looks credible and converts, all without you having to learn Photoshop or hire an agency.
So let's synthesize this blueprint. The solo founder advantage today is all about efficiency, and it's enabled by this stack.
You gain massive leverage.
You provide 24/7 high-quality customer service. You build scalable sales processes that work while you sleep.
And you stay organized and strategic without being totally overwhelmed by all the admin.
It's amazing.
My critical advice to you, the listener, is this. Do not try to implement all 10 of these tools at once.
Oh, that would be chaos.
A different kind of chaos. Start with the one tool that addresses your single biggest time drain right now.
So, is customer service killing you? Start with Tidio. Is your prospecting slow and unreliable?
Then you implement Lusha or Apollo.
Or are you just spending way too much time on scheduling and admin clutter? Then you try Lindy.
And most of these have free trials or starter plans. You can test the hypothesis with very minimal risk. The future of solo entrepreneurship isn't about working harder.
Or even smarter, in the old sense.
It's about leveraging AI. So the tasks that once consumed 80% of your time are now just handled automatically.
It's wild to think that 5 years ago, this level of automation required hiring, a VP of ops, a sales team, 3 customer service reps?
And now it's available in a few integrated platforms.
Which leaves us with a final thought.
If your new AI employee is handling 90% of your repetitive tasks, what high-value strategic endeavor are you finally going to have the time to focus on? The thing that actually grows your business.
What vision have you been neglecting because you were too busy putting out fires?
That's the strategic choice you get to make now. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
If you can check out and get a free trial, just use the link in the description to start testing their power for yourself. We'll see you next time.